Hello and welcome to the Universal Mind. Uh, One more time, let me try. Hello and welcome to the Universal Mind. I want to remind you a story that I told you last Sunday about a man being drowning in a sea. The God offers him help, but he rejected, so he drowns. Um, this story is very simple and probably would never happen to nobody, because if you're drowning in a sea and there is a lifeboat or helicopter, you will grab it and you will try to save yourself. Now, but let me tell you how it happened in real life, in a real situation. There is a lady who was looking for a job, and I offered to her one of my books, How to Fix Finances with Little or No Money. Well, she said, no, my finances is fine. I'm just looking for a job. I tell her, you're actually looking for income, and that's not necessarily work for a salary. She said, oh, yes, yeah, I understand. Could be your own business. I said, well, that's right. I have a book for people who is in financial trouble, and I give them ideas how to get out of the trouble and create income. And she replied, no, thank you. I'm a very spiritual person, and I know God will help me. Isn't it that so obvious, as this story related to the story of that man that been drowning on the sea? What actually happened? That God sent me to help her, and she rejected. This is how it happened in real life. I'm not sure what reason was that she rejected my offer, but why it happened is because people disconnected from the universe and they don't understand what has been offered to them. And as I mentioned it several times already, uh, but I will repeat it anyway. For a person to get reconnected, it's not enough just believe, oh, there is a God and he will help me. The God might offer help, but the person don't see it. One day on Facebook, I saw a post which is say, everything is happening for the reason. And the lady wrote it on the comment below. I wish I knew what the reason was. This is exactly what's happening to the most of the people. They don't see that reason why things happen to them. Um, what are they pleasing my mind one of the things that happened to me, I had flashback in my memories. The events that happened in my life, or even from early age. All of a sudden, I remember those events not because I was thinking of them, but because it's become to me so clear why that happened, which means I knew the reason why that happened. And when you don't understand the reason, you cannot take right action to fix whatever your problems are. When the cleansing process done and your mind is clear, you get reconnected. This is first thing that will happen to you. You will understand why things are happening in the past. And it's not going to stop there. After a while, you will start understand why things are happening to you in present time. And when you become an advanced thinker, or you reconnected to the universe completely, then you can predict what will happen to you in the future. But the most important, you can create that future yourself. And that's not something unbelievable, mystic, or magic. This is normal things that should happen or even do happen to people. They just don't understand how it works. So obviously, it is the result. When things are happening to them, they don't understand, they don't see it, and they cannot analyze it. When you can analyze why things are happening to you, you can avoid certain things in your life for them to come in the future. So as a result, you can plan your future by changing set of your mind. And to make you understand clear how it works and make you more believable that this is possible. I will tell you about things that scientists been studying for a while, and today it's actually known fact. So many scientists talk about this in different ways, and likely for me, I had enough time to put all those puzzles together and connected the dots, as they say. Uh, this is how it works. As we know, our mind creates an energy, and this energy uh, gets sent into a space, and the space filled with water. And the water have more conditions than just known to us as ice, liquid, and steam. There is other conditions, and at this present moment, there is no name actually for that condition of water. The whole universe is filled with that. Few things that related to that is ether, and second I will tell you a bit later. The ether has been hiding from scientists for 100 years. That's been done by our well-known and well-respected Albert Einstein. How it happened, he was paid to mislead a scientific world from studying the ether because it reveals many secrets and it has enormous power. And obviously, those who didn't want the rest of the world to know the power about ether, they've been hiding it because they were afraid they use it to create free energy and even weapons. Through the ether, the human mind can be manipulated, and I believe today being created and used some technology to affect human mind. It's been tested by different countries, should I say by different governments in several countries. Tested on humans. Some of them successful, some of them are not, and had little effect on people. People got sick and they died. The secret is there is an element the name was not given yet to that element because it's too complicated. In my book, I mentioned it about a tetrahedron. A tetrahedron, there's a geometrical solid that probably this element was structured in the shape of tetrahedron. And I have inside the whole information of universe. And this is exactly why it could be named as element of God, because the whole information was decoded on that element. And when we think that information as an energy goes above us into the air, into the information field and get accumulates there. The more relative information get accumulates in this information field, that information start affect human mind. And this is where some people say, my brain is my enemy, because your thoughts actually don't belong to you. You just receive the information from that information field, which was sent by humans. And where do we get this information? From TV we've been watching, magazines, newspapers, books, reading, internet information we consume. All that information through our brain going into that information field. And then it's been sent to all humans around the world. When people receive these thoughts, they are not sometimes as the way they would think normally. Let me just make it this more clear. As a person, you're not enemy to yourself, aren't you? So you wouldn't do something stupid to harm yourself. Is that right? Now, how come in your mind there is a thought about thoughts with anger, with fear, with hate, and all sorts of things are negative? You're thinking of negative past, negative situations, and that affects your life in a negative way. Normally, you would think something nice, beautiful love, beautiful nature, beautiful relationships, about beautiful events, and so on, which makes you feel good. Instead, you're thinking about all that crap that comes to your mind. And this is exactly why they're not yours. They've been sent to you by creating events around the world in a negative way. Look at the world today. The economy is a mess all over the world. They make it negative situations with the migration of people from one country to another. They're making revolutions. The illnesses are spread around the world. People got sick with the diseases unknown to us previously. And people not friendly anymore. People have more problems. And this has been created by us. Those people who are ruling the world, all they did, they create situations that makes us feel the way they want us to feel, not the way we should feel. And this is where all the money goes. Our money that we were working hard for, we pay to the governments. They use this money to create those negative events around the world. There is a way to stop that. It's not easy way. People must get educated. Like if every person will start changing his life for a better and become positive with his mind, it will affect people around him. Um, when you get in a company of a positive person with smile, talking nice to you, uh, helping you with the ideas, and it just pleasant by any means, and you start feeling good in company of such person. And this is how, by connecting to each other through their love, good feelings, uh, share knowledge, share passion, help people to get better. This is how we can create positive energy with our mind and send to that information field. Uh, and this is how we change the world. There is a saying, have a reason, that love will save the world. Uh, there is a uh, experiment was done. Uh, well, it's called effect of 100 monkeys. When the monkeys living by the river was eating some fruits from the trees, and those fruits were falling on a beach, and they were dirty with sand, and the monkey didn't eat those fruits. And I've always been looking for fruits from the trees, until one day a monkey comes to the river, but those fruits are full in the water. And she gets out of the water and eat those fruits. And then she takes fruits from the sand, washes them in the water, and eats them. And after a while, the old monkeys in the area start doing the same thing. They collect those fruits on the sand, washes them on the river, and eats them. That experiment proves that our mind is connected. Now, you have to understand me right. Uh, this is not just about monkeys. You will think, what is monkeys to do with us humans? I have a surprise for you. There is only one mind in universe for all of us. And we just step into that mind in using it. Like it's one air for everybody to breathe. Like one electricity from for everybody to use. Uh, this I got from one of the books I read, and you can receive that book uh, as a bonus if you send me a mail. This is how the whole population on the planet connected, and not just us, the animals connected and the plants are connected. We all are connected. The whole nature have one universal language. There is a one language in universe, and it is in energy, in a vibration, because the vibration is energy, and energy creates vibration. The plants communicate with each other. The plants can read our mind, and the animals can read our mind, and they read each other's mind. And that's another proof that there is only one mind in the universe, and we're all connected. And uh, at some point, we lose this ability to understand universal language, but the plants and animals are still do. For some reason, humans lost it, that magic that was given to us. And we have to do everything to get reconnected with the universe. Um, actually, it will happen anyway, unless you don't want to wait, because the life is too short and it takes a process. Uh, why I said it's going to happen? Because the new universe is changing. And this is how it's changed. A scientist made experiments with neutrons, and the result was wrong in their understanding. So they made it experiment over and over and over again until they realized that behavior of neutrons are changed. That means the law of physics that they used to know does not apply today anymore. And as the whole universe is made out of these neutrons, now you do understand the universe has changed. And the world we used to know is not the same anymore. And this is why sooner or later we will get reconnected with the universe. Not all of us. That's a bad news, because those laws of physics will affect all the living things on a planet. And those who is not prepared for those changes will not survive. Uh, Not prepared, that means this living thing, whether it's human, animal, insects, or plant, have any kind of disease or illness, and those living things will not survive those changes. Those changes start in 2012, and we can see it all over the world. There is many videos on YouTube, and on my playlist there is a few videos as well. Uh, on a playlist, The World Today, you will see that people are recording videos how the millions of insects are dying around the world. Millions or thousands, at least, fish died in the rivers, lakes, sea, and animals died, birds. This is a signal to us. It's warning the world is going through the transformation, and soon it will start to affect us in a big way. It affects already today. More and more people dying every day from illnesses. Uh, and number one cause of death will be heart. The heart will just stop working. And for heart to work properly, it needs two things: physical condition of a person, uh, must be strong enough that heart work properly. Uh, People who does exercise, not necessarily heavy sport, that's not good neither. Um, Second, it's a blood, and the blood depends on food and liquid we consume. And all our organs produce enough minerals from food that we consume if the food is healthy. But because food is made of chemicals, uh, the organs fail to work properly. The blood get polluted, and as a result, we have many illnesses: diabetes, cancer, heart diseases, blood diseases, and those people will not survive through this transformation. And your mind works major role in what's happening to your health, because your mind charging all the liquid in your body. As if I don't know if you watched that video about Emoto Masaru with experiment on water, how human mind affects water. So if we made over 70% of water, your mind affects your your health. Uh, the positive thinking will create positive effect on your body, on liquid that your body made of, and even affect uh, food before you eat it. This is why we pray uh, before we take in a meal. We recharge uh, liquid in that meal, whatever it is. You're not eating dry food. It has some liquid in it. By saying a prayer, we recharge this liquid with our positive mind. It is possible through the water to cure yourself completely. If you fill a bottle with water, you say a prayer to that water, and you drink that water during the day, it will have a positive effect on your health. Uh, there is more I want to mention it about that element of water. Um, let's say that element of God. It exists everywhere in the universe. One single element have the whole information of the universe, and it's been proven and studied by scientists. Uh, there is a story from the book Message of a Master, when the man asked him, "How did you appear in this world?" As a single cell, a sperm, an egg, just tiny little thing, and at one spark, you start developing a human body. How did he know that they had to become a human? It must have a picture what I have to create. I can only add to that each cell that exists have the whole information of the whole universe. And experiment of one scientist with the different tissues in laboratory. It take cells identical and put in a different dishes, in a different environment. And they start produce different result. Cells in one dish produce tissue. Other cells in another dish produce a bone. And they realize that genes does not control life. The environment control life. So when the cell get into your body with the water, or should I say a liquid, no matter what it is, it could be the water you drink, and it gets into an organ. Your liver, kidney, stomach, heart, your lungs. And when it gets there, you look around and analyze the environment that he is in, that cell, and you start developing tissue of that organ. This is how all cells get renewed every day by millions. So imagine the scientists say in 11 months we have an all brand new body, including our brain. But there is a strange things happen with our brain. If we have in 11 months brand new brain, then it means your brain is only 11 months old. How did you remember your past life? It proves that these cells keeping memory of everything, information of everything. And it delivers memory to each person individually. Like it delivers information to kidney, what to grow and how to work, to heart, to lungs. Same with the brain. It delivers information that's related to that specific person. And that's come from all one universal mind. And this is how we're all connected. And the whole universe is connected through that little cell, through that tiny small element of God that creates everything. And if it's never exists, this universe could never exist. And in order to create that universe in an empty space, imagine the power of the Creator who created a supercomputer of universe. And creates information that gives life to everything in universe, including us humans. By keeping your mind clean will keep you alive, will keep your body stay healthy, keep your cells renewed with the right information. What you give out, that's what you get back. Everybody knows that. But how many people actually apply to that? If you are angry, you will receive anger. If you send love, you receive love. So please be positive, send love, and receive love. Love will save the world. So that God bless you. Have a nice day and all the best. See you next Sunday.